it was clear for the women that we were going to be pretty good. And that was at our conference preview, the last tournament of the fall season. We did not have our 5 best players there, and we still were only a couple shots off the lead. We did not play our best by any means, and I knew right there that we were going to be there when the time came. For the men, I don't think there was one point where it all kind of clicked. Our roster changed a little bit between the fall and the spring season, and we knew we were going to be better. How good we were going to be, I don't think we knew right away, but kind of after that first tournament down in Virginia, we knew we were going to compete with our conference. The teams there were better than the teams in the Landmark, and if we were right there with them, we knew we'd be there with the Landmark teams. Yeah, so the men's Landmark Championship was a come-from-behind performance on paper, but in reality, it wasn't. We played a terrible first 9 holes. We were probably 5th place after 9 holes. If you take the next 27 holes, we ran away with it. Going into the tournament, we were ranked 2nd in the conference, very close with Catholic. So in our eyes, we were the favorites going into it. Maybe we put a little too much pressure on ourselves those first 9 holes, but once we settled down a little bit and did what we were supposed to do and took it a little easier, things went great. Lucas played awesome the entire time. After his first 9 holes, he was probably last place on our team even. And then to pull away and win the tournament the way he did was beyond impressive. He settled down. He just took it one shot at a time and did what he was supposed to do. He wasn't trying to hit it close every hole. He was trying to make par, and that leads to good results. So it was a great weekend. Yeah, so for the Women's Landmark Championship, we definitely expected to win going into the week. We were ranked first. We had a decent lead in the rankings over the other teams, but rankings don't matter. It matters who plays well that weekend. So we went into it and just executed our game plan. I mean, we wanted as many uphill putts as possible. That's going to lead to easier pars and easier results at the end of the day. Catholic played awesome that second day. They shot the best score ever in Landmark Conference history, but we held them off, and Kayla Diaz really proved that she was our leader on the golf course. She's the best player in the conference, and she's one of the best players in the country. I mean, it was tied with 4 holes to go, and Kayla took that to heart, and she finished birdie, 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 birdie. It was beyond impressive. She just buckled up and did what she needed to do. And we joke and we call Kayla Big Dog, and she proved why she has that nickname when that happened. It's hard to put into words. It was a thrilling 2 weekends. We thought we could do it, both of them, and we had to make some plans for the NCAA Championships just in case we did win, but the way they both happened was crazy, and it was really fun to be a part of. Everybody was excited. The women's team was FaceTiming the men's team during their tournament and vice versa during the women's tournament. They were all there to support each other, and it was hard not to get emotional. I think a lot of people on both teams were very emotional after it happened, and it was just really fun to be a part of, and I think these are things that are going to continue to happen to us the way the future's shaping up. So the men's performance at the NCAA Championship was not our best. It was not something we're super proud of, to be frank. It's a big field. It's 48 schools, 2 golf courses. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. That was maybe a little undue. Our whole thing all year long was we don't need to go out there and shoot crazy good scores. Just do what we're capable of, and that's going to take care of itself. And I think they tried to go outperform what they've done all year long, and that became a challenge. So it was a learning experience. We have a young team. 4 of the 5 guys will be back next year, and hopefully they can learn from that and know what it's like now to compete in a national championship and have that experience kind of under their belts a little bit. The women's side was a different story. Very exciting. It was not the first time some of those girls were there before, not the first time at that golf course, so they had that experience going into it. It was Kayla Diaz's first performance in a national championship, but she's played in big tournaments before and kind of knows what it's like. We outperformed expectations. We had 1 rough round, but played really well the other 2 rounds, and Kayla played great the entire week. Kayla's ranked in the top 20 in the country and kind of proved why that week, and she stood toe-to-toe with the best players in the country. All around, it was a great season for both teams, and I really do believe this is just the beginning. We have 2 really, really strong recruiting classes coming in. There's going to be a lot of competition within the team even, which is only going to make the team better. So I'm excited for the fall, really excited for next spring, and hopefully we can do this again.